What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and Happy New Year's to everyone. Your boy Duty is back again, making new content for 2024 and making sure that we hold Pig Roach, aka DSP, aka the E-Beggar, hold him accountable. That's right, folks. And today we're going to be taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after his huge announcement, which really wasn't a huge announcement. I'm gonna give my thoughts on that, but Phil actually uploaded a separate video on DSP Throwback, aka KO Gaming, and I'm actually gonna react to that because it's just utter nonsense. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 1st of January, 2024, the very first streaming day of the year. A really exciting one. Number one, having my new setup for the first full day, new animations. People really seem to like the new refreshed vibes now that the whole Christmas themed is over. On the podcast this morning, I announced something pretty cool. My first of many upcoming awesome things that are happening this year. The relaunch of my old KO Gaming channel that has been defunct for 5.5 years, now being relaunched as DSP Throwback. This will be a channel where I will be having all of my old Lost Media playthroughs re-uploaded, re-edited, represented in a more modernized fashion that will be more digestible to the modern viewer. And what I mean by that is, instead of saying uploading Final Fantasy 13 in 400 parts, which is what my original playthrough was, instead it'll be like parts that are half an hour long, edited to actually not only be one video together, but also improved visuals, kind of, you know, getting rid of some of the peach fuzz and things like that. Thumbnails. Good stuff there, right? Like making it much better than it used to be back in the day when I used to upload videos to the internet 14 plus years ago. Still the same quality, you know, still the same commentary, same gameplay, the classic playthroughs that maybe you've been missing for a long time because they've been lost media, but it'll be a good way to represent them. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it's youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. That's how you get to it. I need a little bit of help because number one, I basically need people to watch videos on the channel, and number two, I need people to know about it, okay? This channel's been defunct now for 5.5 years, and I'm going to rebrand it and start using it soon. In fact, tonight, after I finish filming this, I'm going to film a special vlog to explain exactly what's going on, and I'm going to upload it over there so that people are in the know, and then I'm going to begin work on Final Fantasy 13. That's going to be the first playthrough that's going to be uploaded over there in a new format, okay? So I'm excited for it. I hope that you guys will give it a look. There's all kinds of plans for the channel. If you didn't see today's podcast, I strongly recommend you give it a look because I have some interesting plans for that channel if you didn't hear them yet. Not just re-uploading of these Lost Media playthroughs, but possible, you know, me telling stories about what it was like back in the day, 13, 14 years ago as a YouTuber, when YouTube was completely different, when it was the Wild West, as they say, of the internet. Also, possibility of me doing commentary and live reacts to my old playthroughs to see today how I would react to my old self, right? So interesting stuff possible. Please go check it out. Basically what I need to do is get some views on the channel. If I get some views and I do a few uploads, then I can get it back to the YouTube Partner Program. What happens is the YouTube Partner Program a few years ago changed all their criteria, and being that literally the channel's defunct and gets like no views, it basically lost its partnership status, but it's ready to go right back in once I just hit these little milestones again of viewership. So if you give it a look, please do. Maybe watch some of the old videos, and that new vlog will be going live tonight. Give it a look, and content coming soon on that channel. First stream today was...
All right, I got a lot to say on this, but I actually took a look at that video, and well, first of all, it annoyed the shit out of me, of course. So I'm gonna reserve a lot of my commentary for that separate video that I'm gonna do because it's like a 10-minute video. I cut it down to about 7.5 minutes, but your boy Duty does have a lot to say with it, say about that. In regards to what Phil is doing here, Phil essentially is, our boy Phil here is minimum effort for maximum profit. He found a way to triple dip memberships. That's all he's doing here because he knows that content is going to get slapped with reused content. If you don't know what reused content is, I'm not going to get into that here. I'll get into it in the other video. But essentially, old content that you've already got paid for, you're trying to get paid for it again, and YouTube algorithm knows how to identify that kind of content, and it'll probably get flagged for that, and then he'll bitch and complain about ad revenue. Very similar to what he does with DSP Reacts, and he'll beg people to donate and become members. So not only is he asking his dents of 200 or 300 dents to pay for memberships for DSP Gaming, he's asking them to pay for memberships for DSP Reacts and a separate membership for DSP Throwbacks. 3 fucking memberships, this fucking greedy asshole. This greedy fucking asshole. How about you do this, Phil? How about you roll up your throwback content into your DSP Reacts channel? You got literally nothing in there for that fucking channel. Remember all the plans you had last year for DSP Reacts? It was a 3-prong approach. Remember, it was a 3-prong stool. Probably a doo-doo stool, not a bar stool. But you had this 3-prong. You were going to do your weekly internet show, an interview show, and then your long-form content. You did none of that. You did none of that. So it was a switching bait from your fucking self, where you promised the world, you overpromised and under-delivered, as you hate to do, right? And then you ask people to fucking donate membership money for that content, when you could have just rolled that shitty content into DSP Gaming. All you did was you cut out content from DSP Gaming and moved it over to DSP React, and you forced your dents to give you another membership. And you're going to do the same exact thing for your throwback channel. So you're going to be asking these dumbass idiots to pay you 3 times for content that can be rolled up into one channel, Phil. It's just, it's mind-boggling how lazy you fucking are. And how greedy you are. That's what it is. How about you give your viewers a fucking bone and say, hey, you know what? I know you guys like this old legacy, which I've already been paid for. How about I'll upload it on DSP Reacts? It's more content, and since you're already paying me a membership, it's just something additional for you guys. Nope. Phil can't fucking do that. There's no way Phil's gonna do that. It's the fucking YouTube shorts all over again. And what happened was he got one of these fucking idiots on his channel and say, hey, I'll help you. I'll do it for you. And you know what's going to happen. They're going to eventually do it. They're going to probably ask Phil for some money. Phil's going to call them a detractor. He's going to ban them. And then he's going to let it fucking die. And then what he's going to do is he's just going to upload the content raw. Because he's too lazy to fucking edit anything. He's too lazy. And I'm going to get into the whole edit thing in the next video, because I have a lot to fucking say. Because Phil, my God, the laziness upon this fucking man is just outstanding. I've met one other person. I've met one other person in my life that's just as lazy as Phil. But comparing Phil to that person, that Phil is Elon Musk. I mean, that person is Elon Musk compared to Phil. Even though he's lazy as all hell, Phil just takes the fucking cake, and he's just I can't stand people with this kind of work ethic. I just can't. Fucking scammers. God. All right, let's keep going.
More Baldings Gate 3. Great stream. Had a ton of fun in the Goblin area. The whole Goblin camp. We were talking to different people, doing these little explorations and side missions, and running into different little mini quests. We ended up doing 2 big boss fights against 2 of the 3 Goblin leaders. Great progress, great fun, great interactivity with everyone, great support. Everything was great. Again, loving the Baldings Gate 3 playthrough. We're now 30 hours in and climbing. All right. Nice stream tonight. Sadly, not as...
All right, so I want to comment real quick on Baldings Gate. Yeah, that playthrough is already dying the fuck out. I mean, he barely was cracking 350 views. He was at $50 most of the whole playthrough until Bert Zapato, aka the Super Dent, came in and dropped a $70 dono, and that was it. He got no membership, barely any super chats. It's gonna die. And just like with every other fucking, but what's that? His 5th playthrough of this game, 6 or something like that. It's gonna die out. So pretty soon you're gonna see him making barely 40 or 50 bucks. It's gonna be a 1-minute man tip and one other dent that's gonna donate, and that's it. And of course Phil's gonna bitch and complain, and then he's gonna send it to ban world and probably never play it again, because he hates this fucking game. He does. You could just see the pure hatred in his eyes when he has to play this game. But it's the only playthrough that's making him any money. I mean, yeah, the Sea of Stars was good, but that was because it was New Year's Eve and the dents felt generous and threw cash his way. But the next playthrough of that's going to be dead again. And the other thing too is 2024 is already starting out pretty fucking crappy for Phil. Last year I think he made like $400 on his first day of streaming of tips. What did he crack this week? 140? He made 120 on the first stream and $20 on the night stream. 140. So 2024 is already looking shitty for Phil. And you know it's just gonna keep going. It's not gonna be any different. I told you guys this. If you look at the progression of Phil's channel for the last 3 or 4 years, it's steadily declined. And I'm actually making a video that I'm gonna post on Thursday where I'm gonna debunk Phil's I'm gonna debunk Phil where he talks about he had a great year last year, 2023, and that his income didn't dip. That is bullshit. His income dipped more than 20%. I have the numbers, I have the statistics. I was able to get the ad revenue, roughly what he got for ad revenue, and also memberships. And he clearly had a steep decline in 2023 versus 2022. And 2024 looks no fucking different for this idiot.
Not as satisfying. So I basically what I said is, as a New Year's resolution, this year when I play fighting games, I want to be less toxic. And what I mean by that is I don't want to insult the other players and say awful things to them. I'm still going to complain if the netcode isn't good, if it's dropping my inputs, if it's dropping my combos. I'm going to make that known. But I'm not going to be nasty to the people I'm playing. Tonight, people told me I did that. I stayed away from being nasty. I didn't insult people. I didn't lose my cool. But the whole first half of tonight, I did well. The whole first half, I was on win streaks. I had an 8+ win streak with Blanca. Earned almost 100 master points. Then the second half of the night, the connections went like this. Literally every fight, dropped input, dropped combo, can't block on reaction, can't do anything. And it's like every match, and I'm fighting Jamie's, Chun-Li's, Jury's. Blanca, I fought a Blanca repeatedly. He was able to do the meter burned version of the command throw, and as he did it, I would either press a button to interrupt, or even sometimes I did wake up EX ball, which is instant. That's Blanca's reversal. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't come out. The throw hit me every time. That's how delayed this netcode is now on master level. It's pathetic that the netcode has gotten this bad at supposed to be master level, the high level of gameplay for the game. It's just not fun to play anymore when you get a streak. So it was like the whole first hour, wow, it's good. I'm not being toxic. I'm doing well. Everything's great. The second hour was like just a spank fest of me not being able to play the game because it doesn't work. And it's like, so how is that fun? How is it that half the time I play Street Fighter 6 now, I don't have any fun? Like, you know what I mean? So I announced tonight, I said, I'm pretty much done playing this multiple times a week. Moving forward, I'll do it Friday night fights, and that's probably it. We'll use night streams to balance out my other playthroughs. Like currently right now, it looks like, next week is the year-end video series that I'm doing. But after that, I want to focus on Sea of Stars. And maybe even balance something else on night streams as well with Sea of Stars for the rest of the month until the new releases come out at the end of the month. I just don't want to play Street Fighter as much anymore. It's too frustrating. It's not fun anymore. They've really messed it up. I can't believe how bad the netcode is degraded, because basically there just isn't enough competition at master level. It's just a bunch of people who abuse that netcode, spamming stuff and can't react. Every time I try to react, it drops my input. I don't want to play anymore, But I'm like, well, I'm in the middle of a stream. I'm not going to stop now, but why keep playing when it's that bad, and it just continues to be bad all night? So it is what it is. Luckily, I didn't lose my cool, and I didn't go crazy tonight like I have done recently, so that's good. I hope you'll still check out the videos. So tomorrow...
A literal fucking child this man is. Fucking man baby. Why are you the only one having these issues, Phil? Why? I play Street Fighter 6 with a bunch of other people. I'm not great. I'm okay. I'm okay at the game. I have never experienced lag, any fucking problems whatsoever. All this bullshit that you talk about, I have never once experienced it. I've been playing the game off and on for about 6 months. No issues whatsoever. I mean, once in a blue moon, my PC, the game will crash, whatever. But for the most part, it is a very steady, good experience. I've had no issues whatsoever. The netcode works perfectly fucking fine. And if you go out there on Twitch and YouTube and you watch content creators, FCG content creators and non-FGC content creators, none of them complain about the bullshit you complain about. None of them. At the very most, I will occasionally hear someone say, yeah, Ken's a bit OP, or Cammy's a bit OP. But they don't sit here and bitch and use that as an excuse for why they're losing. No, they get another character, or they use Cammy themselves, or they use Ken themselves. They learn how to play them, and then they compete. Just like What is so fucking difficult about that? The reason why you want to do Blanca and Dalsim is because yeah, they're sucky fighters, and it gives you an out for when you lose, because you can sit there and say, well, the netcode's bad. Oh well, Dalsim can't fight, can't be Jury. It's impossible. That's the reason why you don't choose to play with Cammy or Ken, because when you lose, when you're using those players, what are you gonna say? Oh, what fucking excuse are you gonna come up with this time if you decide to use one of the OP characters like Cammy or Ken? You're not gonna have a fucking excuse, and that's the reason why you refuse to play with those kind of top tier level players, because you want to have a built-in fucking excuse. You do it with fucking Lily, Zangief, E Honda, Blanca, all of them. It's just a fucking lame ass bitch attempt to excuse your shitty gameplay, and it's ridiculous. And the other reason why you're deciding to cut back on the playthrough is because you made 20 bucks in tips. That's it, with no memberships. I think one super chat, and that was it. Support was fucking abysmal for the game. For some reason, Jack Rackshaw, I guess, didn't have his check. His disability check was delayed, so he couldn't come in and drop his $25 dono or tithe to that playthrough. So that's the reason why you're not fucking playing, Phil. You're pathetic. God, you're so fucking pathetic. You're only... And the thing is 2023 was supposed to be DSP reinvigorates and gets back into the fighting scene and becomes a fighting content creator. That was your own fucking words, Phil. And look where we're at now. Literally 7 months later, you wasted fucking money on a new joystick. You didn't play Mortal Kombat because you got destroyed. You're giving up on Street Fighter because of lag and the netcode. And you're fucking now hoping that Tekken 8 is gonna save the channel. And we know you're gonna play Tekken 8 for a week or two. You're gonna get destroyed, and then you're gonna fucking quit it because, of course, lag, buggy netcode, cheaters, OP, whatever the fuck your lame ass excuse is. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. By the way, don't forget, I'm gonna do the next video right now, where I'm gonna respond to Phil's DSP throwback channel video. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.